everybody, what's up and welcome back to Holts Weird World. This is episode 2 and it's coming to y'all just a tad bit late because I got into a minor fender bender last Monday. A 16-year-old girl that was on her cell phone and not paying attention to anything around her rear-ended me in heavy Modesto traffic. I've been a bit sore over the week, but it's been no major deal. Just been sleeping a lot to recover from it. But yeah, that was tons and tons of fun. I mean, who doesn't like getting rear-ended? At least it didn't do a lot of damage on my car. Just a little cosmetic stuff on the back bumper and bent tailpipe. Woohoo. Yay, nothing a sledgehammer and a blowtorch can't fix. Well, anyways, sorry for being late again. I really was hoping to get this out sooner. I kind of slept a lot. But yeah, love you all. Right now, if you notice a noticeable microphone difference, that's running from the fact that I did a recent upgrade. It's nothing fancy. It's just a $30 toner with a nice $10 stand that came with it. So, I mean, it's really nothing major, but you can probably tell the noticeable audio quality and difference. Now, this is just plugged straight into my computer with a little wireless card thingy that comes with it. So it's nothing fancy. I don't have my mixer yet or anything like that, but at least it's one better and bigger mic than just the computer microphone on my laptop. So that works as well. I'm glad to have it up and running. Thank you, Dust, for the help with that. I did the soda challenge. That'll be coming out in a video hopefully at the end of this week. My friend Mystery Fox had a lot of fun doing that. Don't buy weird sodas, guys. It's the worst mistake you could possibly make in your whole entire life. I don't recommend it. I mean, don't, unless you're brave and want to waste $30 on soda, don't try it for yourself. But anyways, I got a ticket because my boss is a piece of shit. And anyways, excuse my French, but he really is. But anyways, going into that, because the tires are bad on my truck, because the front windshield is broken, because the front bumper is messed up, because the headlights are droopy and they're not at a correct angle, and also because I was on my phone talking to said boss. But anyways, I got a ticket Monday, so this Monday was pretty stressful, and all I wanted to do when I came home was eat and pass out. But yeah, that was fun. That guy literally went over every inch of the truck looking for something wrong with it, and he found everything that was wrong with it. But yeah, my boss sucks, as usual, and I need to find me a new full-time job because this is starting to wear on my nerves. Excuse me, I'm a little bit dry on the throat right now. But yeah, I got Xbox Live again. I'm really, really excited about that. Actually, if I have any spare time, I'm going to be able to play some Destiny 2, which I am sadly, 3 months out into the game, and my light level is below 100 still. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to be playing on Xbox Live. If anyone wants to play with me, my gamer tag is RobTheGreat223. Again, that's RobTheGreat223. That's on Xbox, and if anybody wants to just add me, I'll get a notification on my phone, and maybe we can play something later on. But yeah, I started watching Parks and Rec on my lunch break again. Having 2 to 3 hour lunches at work is kind of nice, but yeah, that's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Ron Swanson is absolutely amazing, and he's one of the best personas of a manly man or anything related to that has been debuted in TV ever. I mean, I love Ron, he's amazing. But yeah, that's one of the best shows ever created, and I recommend y'all watching that if you get a chance. Let's see here. I wanted to start a new segment. Several new segments going on the podcast as I introduce y'all to the Furs Around the World, which I interviewed my friend Lovebug in the last one. This one is my friend Kaljath, and he's the second furry around the world. But I want to be introducing another segment this week that is called the Song of the Week. Oh, excuse me there. The Song of the Week this week, for the last 2 weeks, is really Rodney Atkins' song, Going Through Hell. Came out in 2006. It's an oldie, but a really good one. I like it a lot because I like lyrics in a song, and so when I hear certain things, it makes it pop out. And even if it is a country song, I'm gonna listen to it multiple times because I enjoyed it. But it's at the chorus in it, I believe. It says, "When I've been deep down in that darkness, I've been deep down to my last match. Felt 100 different demons breathing fire down my back, and I knew that if I stumbled, I'd fall right into that trap." And it just like those lyrics stuck out to me, along with the actual main chorus is, "If you're going through hell, keep on going, don't slow down. If you're scared, don't show it. You might get out before the devil even knows you're there." That's one of the most accurate descriptions ever. I mean, if you're down on your luck and shit just don't seem to be going right, just keep pressing forward and keep going, and you know what? You'll probably come out on the other side of it better than you were before. But yeah, I highly recommend anyone who hasn't really heard that song. I mean, it is an older song, and it is, by God forbid, it is a country song. Yes, I listen to country music every now and then, mainly when I'm homesick for Texas, but we won't go into that. Hey everybody, I'd like to introduce my special guest for today, Kaljath, the Panther Mage. I probably said his name wrong, so if I did, please forgive me. But yeah, you want to go ahead and say hi, buddy?
Hi, Holts. So great to meet you. And it's Kaljath, Panther Mage.
There, see, like I said, I probably pronounced it right like an idiot.
You're not the first. Trust me, it's all right.
So how have you been today? What have you been up to?
Well, I'm just basically here in my home now, chilling on my days off from work. Just surviving life the best way I can.
Awesome. I'm kind of jealous of everybody this weekend that's getting to go to MFF. I really wanted to go, and I'm sad I wasn't able to make it.
Yeah, you know, like I was MFF basically. I thought about not being on Twitter for 4 days until it was over because I felt like most of my friends were gonna be there, and one of my friends convinced me, no, like don't do that because it's gonna make me feel worse if I just be down all the time. So I'm gonna stick around to support my friends that are going because that's what I do. I stick around with my friends so much.
Yeah, that's actually what my friends convinced me to do as well. They're like, "Oh, don't get bummed that you can't go. Go enjoy yourself. Stay on Twitter. Support all your friends that are going to be there. Everybody's going to send you pictures. You'll get to be able to enjoy seeing it. And then I'm hopefully going to be able to get to go to FC in the beginning of this next year in January. So that'll be fun."
Yeah, I hope next year is a big year for me too because I do plan to go to one con. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. What con is that?
AnthroCon.
Oh yeah, that's the real big one. That's the number one con, isn't it?
Well, so far they're treating MFF like the number one con now, but it's in Pittsburgh and I do live in Pennsylvania, and I'm saving over like $1,100 to get there and back home. And I was like, I begged my mom, like, hey, if I save for this thing, do you think you can take me there? She was like, of course we can. And she told me like 2018 will be our year, and I'm just praying to God it will be. Like I've sacrificed my desires to get there and stuff. I just want to meet my friends there. Like that's pretty much all I want to do, just meet my friends.
Yeah, that's same here. That's what I was bummed about with MFF is I wasn't going to be able to meet my friends. But you know, there's always next year, and I'm really looking forward to being able to make it to as many cons as I can, which will probably only be 1 or 2. But you know, those 1 or 2 that I make it to will be the best that I'm able to go to, and I will really enjoy that.
You know, the thing about me is that I said this before to one of my friends that I'm one of those furries that has to claw their way to survive life. I'm very different than most fursuiters. In fact, I'm just a partial suitor. Though maybe one day I might find a really, really cheap fursuit that I might find. So far I managed to get paws and tail, and I told you about my new mask that's getting constructed from this commission called Beast Works Effects. I ordered it back in August, and my updates are posted on Instagram, and it looks so much cuter than I thought it would be, because my last mask that I do have kind of scared a couple of people.
Why did it scare people? Because your mask looks pretty good.
I mean, I guess people have different opinions of how cute and how scary things are, and I think the first time when I actually put the mask on in public was when it was like a Halloween contest at my job like last year. I kind it was a really big hit. And the one of my coworkers like saw my mask, and when she saw the mouth move when I talked, she was like, "Take it off, please." And I was like, "How about no?" Like, but I wasn't allowed to wear it like a lot but I can say that it's hard because it's hard to see in that thing. I'll be honest about that. But I could also say where I got it from. I ordered it from Amazon. I paid $75 for it because that was the closest I was going to come to being a fursuiter. And at first, I was so scared to actually tell people this because I always cared what people thought of me, and they would think of me as some kind of cheap generic fur, and I was like, I don't want to. I think that when my new mask get here, maybe I'll reveal the truth, but I guess I told my friend Woman in one of my YouTube videos before, but I didn't think anyone understood it because there was like glitch audio. So.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, being a furry is about doing what you can do to be able to survive and express yourself and have fun. And that's what it's all about. That's what this fandom's about.
Yeah, I was such a fool to think that way. I guess, basically, a part of me was a bit, I said that jealousy kind of got to me a couple times. And I had to find some way to get rid of this feeling because I didn't want to feel this way. As soon as I did, I just had to get rid of this feeling. So I go to church. I'm a Christian furry, and I prayed to God to help me get rid of this feeling. And the friends who I go to church with, they helped me. The friends on Twitter helped me, and it's gone.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm a Christian as well. Raised Southern Baptist Christian from South Texas, so I completely feel you on that.
Yeah, like I also pray to God to please help me get to Andercon. On those 4 long days, just help me get there. So I have someone who sacrificed nothing, and there's a big price I'm paying to being a fursuiter to actually go on this trip. But I know I can do this, and I really hope so.
Well, that's really awesome, man. So I want to ask you, how did you originally hear about the fandom, or how did you first get into the community, and how long have you been a part of the community?
I told this about in one of my Q&A videos on YouTube myself. Back in 2008, I was like 16 years old, and I've heard this website called Fur Affinity. And first, it was the art that I was into. There are so many great artists who did so much great work, and it was very funny, very cute. And one artist called Rubber Tex Raccoon, I really like his art, and that's really got me. That's how it got me exposed to it, but in a good way. Fursuiting is different. I was watching like Anthrocon videos on YouTube, and the first fursuiter I saw was Albie Fox. But then what really got into me more was a fur cat named Manic Nux, and he is my furry inspiration. And he's also the second one who created me. Like, he was my second creative inspiration of Kaljath. By existing, by making people happy, by being a cat, so to speak.
Yeah.
He was the one who got me into it. And I give my credit to creating Kaljath to Manic. Like, he gets the credit too.
That's awesome. So he was your inspiration for creating Kaljath.
He's my inspiration for everything, and he's just such a great person to talk to. Like, well, he's a bit nervous like me, but at least that's what I think. But I actually really reached out to him a couple times, and he was just I sent him a letter one time, a letter of appreciation, of thanking him for creating me, and all that. And I just freaking love that guy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's just this fandom that's really been good to me, and I have to admit that it basically all started with just one picture that I took of myself on Twitter, and it was basically me holding a movie Back to the Future DVD, because I never actually saw that in my panther mask wearing a black coat, and like that, people liked it, and people liked me, and I just like, wow. And even a firster named Cooper Tom liked it, and it just filled me with so much joy in a way that maybe I should do this, take more pics of myself. And I started doing that a lot more. And then I decided maybe I should make YouTube videos of myself, only for the people on Twitter, because I never intended for my channel to be big. I just do it just to be, I don't know, myself, just
to have fun, basically.
Yes, I used to think that I was a small time furry because I'm one of the poorest furries in the world, but they made me feel that I'm something completely different, and it was just such a great feeling to be so loved by so many, and I did make so many great friends, and one furry I actually spoke to was a fursuiter named Zanmir, and we've been close friends since, and it just goes on from there.
That's awesome. So you definitely say the furry fandom has helped you make new friends and helped you get out of your comfort zone?
Yes, and it helps me whenever I'm down. They're actually great people to talk to. When I speak, they listen, and it's overwhelming in a good way. Because I never expected to go this far in the fandom, and I actually started joined Twitter back 2015, but I was a human. But creating Kaljath is something sparked.
That's awesome. I mean, that really is cool. I mean, especially since it's one of those things where you didn't expect to just go into it for popularity. You went in to make people smile, see people happy and laugh. I mean, that's kind of how I am in the fandom, and I really like that. That's one of the things I like and admire about you.
Yeah, I do the best I can to give people what they want in the fandom. The funniest thing that I found out about the fans is that they really like inflation and fast furries, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just buy costumes that make me look like that, and I did. They liked it, and I just, like I said, it goes on from there. Like costumes I wear, the stuff I do, and as long as they're happy, I think that's really what matters.
Yeah, seeing other people smile and other people happy is really one of the joys about this fandom. I mean, that's why I like to give people a lot of hugs and see people smile from the reaction of just throwing out a random hug, or you see someone on Twitter talking about how bad their day was, and you may not know them, but it's just like, hey, that hug can brighten their day or make their day just a little bit better from what it was beforehand. And that's actually how I've made quite a few friends in this fandom, just by giving out a simple gesture such as a hug.
I do want to give hugs too. I can give hugs just as good as anybody if they give me a chance. You know, I think that here's how I created Kaljath. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
I've read the books, but I am ironically one of the few people in this giant world that have not seen that TV show yet.
No, but there's this character named Kaljath, and I took the word Cal, I took the H out, I put Cal there, and I want to my name. I wanted to be more unique, so I looked up the word Jath. Jath is a small town in India, and I just combined them both together, and Kaljath was born, and it was basically simplistic how I created this character. As for Panther, well, I've said this millions of times. Almost every furry you know is either a wolf or a fox, because I feel like canines are the most popular species in that fandom.
Yes, it is.
And you don't see a lot of panthers. Well, at least I haven't. I figured being a panther was best for me because I think panthers struggle to survive too, and I felt that it would better describe who I am, and especially the color of the fur. And I know a little bit about it. Like I think they're jaguars with dark colored furs, but I think panthers just is a nickname, but well kept and well known to the world. So that's how I did it.
That's awesome. That's really cool to hear the meaning behind your name. I mean, for example, with me, Holt it was one of those things where he was an imaginary friend of mine when I was growing up, because I grew up in South Texas, didn't have a lot of technology or anything like that, didn't have video games. he was just a friend that went on adventures with me from the age of 9 up, and it was one of those things where when I heard about the fandom when I was 13, I was just like, oh, that's really awesome. And so he just kind of became my persona, like an extension of myself. And I honestly couldn't tell you where the name Holt came from, but I really just I kind of stuck with it and kept it, and he's been with me for almost 14 years now, which is awesome. Like, I wouldn't change anything about that.
That's amazing. Yeah. Especially the name Holt, I find it very creative. It's creative. Like, I have to say that I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I do that too. Don't worry, I'm excited right now.
Well, I don't know where the blood came from for your icon, your bloody nose thing.
So people always assume it's from a reference from a really bad comic that was written back in early 2000s, but it's one of those things where I used to get really bad nosebleeds as a kid, and so it stems from that, and then it also stems from the fact that I'm really shy and I'm not hugely outgoing. And so I joke all the time that life is too overwhelming and too crazy for me, and so when I get overwhelmed or anything like that, I get a nosebleed from it, and so that's the running joke going with that.
Well, not in real life, I hope.
No, not in a long time, sadly. I have not gotten nosebleeds in ages, which is great.
You know, I just realized something, that in the fursuit furry community, you should always give stories to your characters, and there is a story to my character. Non-canon, fiction-wise, mind you. Kaljath existed in the Lion King universe, and he was the one who witnessed the birth of King Simba.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's much different, like, because there are humans that do exist in the Lion King universe, that I know. So in my story, I added, like, and he was captured by poachers, of course, because in real life there are poachers in Africa.
Yeah.
And there's these, from what I discovered, there's these group of people, anti-poachers, called game wardens, and they worship, like, the Pride Lands and Lion King, especially one particular human I created, and he raised Kaljath after his family was murdered and stuff by these poachers. And this particular human, communicates well with the animals. And there's actually I based his character off a lion whisperer named Kevin Richardson. He communicates so well with the animal community, and I knew how far I was coming with his creativity. So it's great to add him in a universe that everyone loves.
Yeah, that is really great. And it's always great when people make backstories and be able to actually write creative stories with their characters and with their personas. And I just think that's one of the even better things about the fandom, because, I mean, it just ensues so much creativity throughout it, and it makes just people laugh, smile. You get to look through everything that's going on, and people read the stories and stuff that have been written, and they just look at it, and they get a great deal of enjoyment about finding out more about your character, more about who you've created and the persona you've created.
Yes, like, the creativity opens the doors to possibilities is the key here.
That is so true.
I'm sorry, what?
That is very true.
Yeah, I just your character doesn't have to have a story, but it's great to actually tell something about your character.
That's true. So coming in, it's like, what's one of your favorite cons besides AnthroCon that you're looking forward to, like, really going to and seeing sometime? Would that be MFF?
I can never go to any other con, to be honest, because cons are expensive, and this is basically a one-time deal for me when I go to AnthroCon. Mostly because my mom is doing everything she can to help me get there. It's basically, and there are many things that could stand in my way that could stop me from going to AnthroCon.
Yeah.
That are just too personal. I can't say.
Oh, that's completely understandable.
Let's just say it's bad luck.
Yeah.
I can focus on that, but I have faith, and I'm determined to go. I have everything I'm sacrificing. Yeah, you just hope. You just hope. You just hope.
Oh yeah, that's completely understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell people, like, actually hope does exist, and there isn't. Like, it just takes so long to happen.
That's very true. Like, I've been saving for years to go to my first actual big con, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, are there any like local fur meets going on around where you live, or are you just fairly new to the area in there, or how's that going?
Well, there are furries in Philadelphia, yes. Well, no, Pennsylvania, but I wouldn't know for a fact. At least they tell me like around this area.
Mhm.
I guess not really. Like basically, the biggest fur meet is Anthrocon to me. But there's another one called Furrydelphia. But that's like new and stuff, and I don't know if it's like a one-time thing there. So I'm still new to this community because it was kind of a year since I really got into this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the only thing that costs is just money, basically.
Oh yeah.
And what was I going to say? Like the sad thing about Anthrocon is it's really too demanding sometimes. But if I want to go to this thing, I gotta give what they want, and that's cash.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's just it's always come down to a money issue. That's why I really couldn't afford the last couple cons I tried to go to, and hopefully since I live close to FC, I'll be able to drive down to it and go to it for at least the Saturday of it and see how it goes and enjoy myself there. But we'll see. That's not even officially planned on the books yet, but I'm hoping to be able to make it. So
it's a mission for me to go to Anthrocon. If I fail my mission, I might shed a tear, but what's the point in getting angry? What's the point in throwing fits? There's next year. I guess whatever happens, happens.
That's the best way to look at it, to be perfectly honest.
Yes.
So, what are some of your hobbies outside of the fandom that you enjoy getting to do on a regular basis?
Well, let me see. I like to sleep late. Well, I try to sleep late. Well, I don't have a bed. I sleep on the couch because my bed got ruined last summer and stuff. And I do like to play the PlayStation. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying I hang out with my best friend, my close friend, like every Sunday, and her family has been so good to us, like because they bring us like food and they helped us with food and stuff. Like the thing about my family is that we went through so much even before I became a furry and stuff. Like 4 years ago, I lost my dad. If he found out I was a furry, he probably would be cool with it, but probably wouldn't understand it very well. And like even my family, like my mom's pretty cool with it for the most part. My brother and sister, I guess they're a bit confused. But the dark times, it's a good thing I made plans going this trip now than I did then. We would struggle so much, but we have charities and stuff that help us, that pull us through, and we've never been so grateful.
That's really good to hear, and I'm sorry to hear about the loss of your dad. That was probably pretty hard on you.
It affected so much. Like we lived in this town called Royce, where we moved to a town called Skipback. The house, it's not so bad. It's a bit small. It used to be a farmhouse, but we just try and make the best way we can. Like I try my best to look out for my family and stuff. Sometimes we get at each other's throats. I admit that. Like as nice as I am, like I have my moments where I'm a jerk, and because as furries, like we're not perfect.
Amen to that. I mean, we're a community of really just kind of outcasts, rejects. We're all imperfect people. I mean, we're all human. Let's be perfectly honest there. We all make mistakes.
I've made a ton of mistakes I'm going to regret for the rest of my life. I think that's kind of the good reason why I actually chose to be in this community, because when you put on the mask, you're in a different world where everyone loves you. Like they don't care what you look like. Like as long as you're just yourself, like that world is perfect. I feel like that's our public heaven.
It is really, because I mean, this community is one of the most accepting communities I've ever been a part of, and it really is an amazing and enjoyable experience. I mean, I have had very, very, very few issues in the many, many years I've been in this community, and I love it because it's just quite amazing and fantastic. It's a place of love and acceptance, and that's really all it has ever been to me. And I can never I'm losing my train of thought here. I mean, I really just enjoy that about the community in general. It's amazing. Like I love it.
I did some really good things to the community myself while I was here. Like the furry friends, I like to spoil my furry friends. I but I can't say that I can't say what I did for them, sadly, because if they ever saw this, like you see, they would be afraid that people would take advantage of me and stuff.
Aw.
So, which it's so nice of them to look out for me, all that stuff. Like I talk to them like almost every day. Like some people I have to give space. I have to leave them alone
Yeah.
because I understand. I understand. Like I'm on Twitter a lot. I admit that. On my days off, I'm here a lot. Just I work like on Fridays and the weekend, and I need to understand. Like if you want your friendship to grow, just let them go. Like yeah, what can you do? And it was Zamir who taught me that lesson, and I give him credit for that too. Like he's, I have to admit though, like he was him who taught me some really good things that I take to heart.
That's good.
Yes, he's a wonderful wolf, and you really got to see him sometime.
I'll look him up. Sounds like a really good person. Where's my next? I have everything written down, yet I'm losing track of thought. I'm really bad at that.
No, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I have all my notes written down, and I am brain farting right now. That's so bad of me. So unorganized. Okay.
Yeah, it's also a natural thing, so don't feel too guilty about it.
That's true. So what's some of your favorite music that you like listening to, and what's some of your favorite video games?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Adam Lambert.
Awesome.
I love 1980s music. Like the furry community also got me into the 80s music just a little bit more. And it sucks though because I was born in the early 90s, which I don't like. Yeah, I like electric dance music. Like I guess any random modern music really, but Adam Lambert, like huge fan. Voted for him several times because I was an idol. I should have thrown the TV out when he lost. Yeah, that's why I'm never watching the show again. Like, I hope the new season that comes out is terrible because it's all complete and utter BS. I have rights to rant about that because he should have won, and he should have won that Grammy he was nominated for.
Awesome. Yeah, he probably should have. He's a very talented artist.
He's one of the best. He's touring with Queen now. Like he rose to fame more than the winner did, and the winner got dropped on his label.
Jeez, I didn't know that. That's pretty bad.
I know a thing or two about the music business.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the music business.
It's easy. If you don't make the cash, you're out.
That's true. That's most businesses.
Exactly. Video games. I forgot. Right now, I lost track. I love playing horror games. And basically Star Wars video games. Like I don't have the new Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. I want it so bad though. I don't even care how bad the reviews are. I'm still gonna get it because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've been that since I was 6 years old.
Star Wars is life. I can remember watching the first few movies from it when I was like 10 years old. I fell in love with the series and always will be in love with the series.
Yes, so will I. I'm just I also love playing Skyrim with my best friend. And she I remember one time in Skyrim, she went to the bathroom. She played a level where she was gonna get married, right?
Mm-hmm.
To prank her, I killed her husband in the game.
Oh God.
And she walks down and she was like, "Did you just kill my husband?" I was like, I thought you wanted to divorce him. And I was like, "No, I was about to marry him." I was like, "He's no good for you. He's a werewolf." And she was so upset. I love Skyrim to play. I guess what else is there? I guess it's random and stuff, like just a random game. It's games like if they're good, I play them.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm not too much of a gamer, but I enjoy just sitting down and playing a casual game, enjoying it. Now, horror games or anything related to horror, I am a giant chicken when it comes to. It's one of those things that horror has never been my cup of tea. Like, I can go see a movie that's not scary, and if it has a jump scare in it, I will jump. And then recently I got Amnesia, I believe it's called, to play for the
Oh, I love that game. Oh, I love that game. And I played the DLC. The Sakes, the Machine for Pigs. It's kind of average for me, but I'll still play it.
Yeah, it was a game that I haven't played yet because the trailers look like they're scary, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this, but I want to play this. But I'm probably going to do a live stream on it in the next couple months. Yeah, you're gonna, anybody who watches that is gonna hear me scream like a little girl quite often because I don't do horror well.
You better I hope the volume's not too loud so no one's ears are ringing.
Shoot, is it that bad?
Yeah, I always hated jump scares in movies. I think I remember one horror movie I was watching with my mom called The Last Exorcism back in 7 years ago. I think there were jump scares, but if there were, I would react the same way you did. I would just jump and maybe next time I'll warn myself to cover my ears in.
Yeah, thanks for the head warning on that because I will probably be jumping around and screaming like a little girl the whole entire time I watch that because or play it. It's just in general, it's gonna scare me. Like I played the newest Resident Evil game and I was screaming around and jumping around and when everyone was chasing me, I was like no. I was freaking out, and I'm glad nobody had a video camera doing that, and I was by myself because that would have been pretty bad for someone to see that.
What? Resident Evil? Oh, I love those game series. And the seventh one was amazing, and you probably would be even more scared of that.
Oh yeah, that's the one I played. Was the seventh one? That's the newest one where you're in the old house, right? And you have the whole family coming after you.
Yeah. The live action movies, I have to say, I like them, but I don't love them. Cause I just feel like this character Alice, why should I care about her? Shouldn't the video game characters matter? That's why the video games, they're the true canon to me, and never mind the live action movies. I have them on DVD because, like I said, I like them. They're really good scenes, including the second movie where they fight the zombies in the graveyard. I thought that scene was amazing.
Yeah.
They were great scenes in terrible movies.
I think all terrible movies have that, though. They have their really, really good scenes in them, and it's just everything else in it is trash.
Yeah, they're my favorite bad movies. But yeah, huge Resident Evil fan. I better get those expensive action figures, especially the Axeman. It's $50 on Amazon. I should probably get that.
Yeah, but I think my favorite horror movie that I've seen recently was Silent Hill. I'd never seen it. I've never played one of the Silent Hill games before, but I sat down and watched it the other day with Dust, and it was actually a really good movie. It had its jump scares in it, but other than that, it had a really good story and background to it, and I just all around enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought the movies, the first and second one, I thought they were pretty good myself. Especially this actress who played Heather. I really thought that she was the perfect woman to play Heather. So was the reaction to the game. It's still good.
Wait.
I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, it's just I enjoyed it a lot, and it was a surprising one of those things where I watched it and I was like, oh, this is actually really, really good.
There's this YouTube show called Watch Mojo, and they kind of bash the movies because they bash movies that we like and stuff because they claim that America doesn't like them, when in reality, they don't know what we really think of it. They bash the Star Wars prequels. I grew up on the Star Wars prequels. I freaking love them. They are an important part of the franchise, no matter what haters are out there. And they're saying, and they got so many dislikes when they posted that video why the Star Wars prequels sucked. And it's so great that there's so many true fans out there like me.
Yeah, did we just glitch out? Still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, awesome. My internet just Decided to derp out for a second. But yeah, are you looking forward to the new Star Wars movie coming out? That's one of the things that
I'm gonna see it with a friend, hopefully. Yeah, yeah.
I just watched the trailer for it a couple days ago, and I'm actually kind of excited for it now.
Yeah, where is Luke Skywalker's green lightsaber though? I don't understand. Like,
I don't know. There's a lot of confusion and a lot of questions the trailer left open and unanswered. And I don't know. We only have about 10 more days? No, not 10 more days. It's the 29th, so we got about 2 more weeks until the movie comes out.
yes, the recent movie I saw in theaters was Rogue One, and I love the Sith Lords. I'm a fan of the dark side. I actually made a YouTube video, like with Kylo Ren's lightsaber spinning around, and it was fun.
Awesome.
I collect the books too. I have the tall figures. And my friend Wolven Wolf, and in one of my videos on YouTube, he sent me a package, and when I opened it up, he sent me at least 22 classic Star Wars action figures. I just couldn't believe it. I almost screamed.
That's
with
awesome.
joy, because that was just the greatest thing he ever got me. So I told him several times, please don't get me anything. But he kept them in storage in a good condition, and all these years, and he just sent them to me, and I'll always treasure them with my heart. Those are my babies.
That's really good.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Me either. Well, I really enjoyed getting to have you here and be able to interview you and get to be able to talk with you more, because you've been one of those friends that I've been talking to on and off for the past couple months, and I've seen you a lot on Twitter. And this was just a good chance to get to talk with you more and get to know you and be able to visit with you a little bit and learn a little bit more about you. And I had a lot of fun with this.
I did too. I really hope I made a good impression to you and everyone else, because that's all I wanted to do, really. Like, even if I'm a jerk, I just want to make good impressions. As I said, I've always cared what people thought of me, because back in the day, rules were set out for me.
Yeah, completely understand that. I'm the same way. But yeah, I enjoyed getting to be able to talk with you a little bit more, and I've enjoyed developing our friendship a little bit more, and I hope to be able to talk with you even more.